It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, I got it.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Oh, get him, get him, get him. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long.
43's the Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Now Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
43's the Mike. 43's the Mike.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 50.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown. touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Hey, tighten down. Zebra. Hey, switch gears.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Alert. Mike 55. All day, baby. Mike.
Again, Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Elliott on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward. But they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. We'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
I'm on. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Check. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and 10.
55. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike 55. Mike 55. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 35.
To throw is Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 15. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 2. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This is taken way up at the 25. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the screen. Run it. Watch the screen.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll run on first down. Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down now, it's Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run, and now 2nd and goal. Now here's Snell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And, oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. On 1st down, Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. All day, every day, any day.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 24, Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
I don't think you got it, son.
Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yo.
14. Check. 14.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr., and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Wilson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Browns add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
We got to step it up.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Steelers.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. Check 4.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 67 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. My game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
3 down, 3 down. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big moves.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done